Everybody got your masks on. Everybody ready to go on a live dive. It's the Octopod live dive. I love Fridays. I hope you love Fridays. He's Zach. I'm Brad. And can I just jump right into it? Because you've got the title there. Deuce night starting tomorrow means nothing.
Wow. You're wrong.
Relative to next year or after. Now, it's fun for it's all kind of fun for tomorrow. It's fun to watch a freshman with ability go out and run a version of an offense that somebody else ran with precision and effectiveness 2 weeks ago. That's fun.
Sure.
But it's one grain of rice in a big giant silo of grain to what will determine who Auburn's starting quarterback is next year or 27 or 28. So that's what I think. And I've got some, I mean, that's not
so
just.
Let me ask you a few questions.
All right.
Because I want to make sure I fully understand your take, because I do think it matters.
Okay.
I don't think it matters in the sense that it's against Mercer, but I do think it matters in the sense of your potential future face of your program.
Okay.
What if this is the nod of belief that Deuce needed from Auburn, Durkin, which we assume will be on the staff next year, to say, okay, yes, you do believe in me. You believe that I can lead this team. Because I think if they would have started Jackson over Deuce, I think it would have been really easy for him to lean into that. I think it would have been really easy for other schools that are going to tamper with our players because of all the stuff that they've been through. And that's just another kind of bullet point that they could throw at Deuce. Mm-hmm. And that now goes away. So I do think Deuce starting against Mercer means something.
Yeah. It won't dictate whether he's the starting quarterback next year or the year after, though. It'll have nothing to do with that. The people who
say that again, make that claim again.
It'll have nothing to do with whether or not he is the starting quarterback next year or in 2 years or at any point.
Oh, sure it does.
No, it has nothing to do with it. Those people that were going to come after him.
Hold on. Are you saying because based on how he plays tomorrow or him starting tomorrow has no impact on the future? Which both. There is a difference.
Yeah, there is. You're right, but neither will be the deciding factor or even a hefty factor, not a majority factor in whether or not he's the starting quarterback next year. Anybody who's going to come after him,
there's a chance
going to come after him anyway.
The chance of him being here, I think, dramatically goes down if he doesn't start tomorrow. And so I think that disproves your take on this.
You think that one game starting, given the opportunity to start, is going to keep away any of the efforts of other teams to keep him away or keep him here? Because DJ Dirk, and by the way, this is not, let me go ahead and stop here because I can, 4 minutes in before this goes any further. I'm not anti-Deuce. This is not in any way an anti-Deuce sentiment. This is the way college football works, and everybody who's coming after him is going to come after him anyway. And him staving off any pitches from anybody else will have much more to do with the surrounding talent around him, whoever the new coach is, whether it's Durkin or somebody else, their offensive coordinator, their quarterback's coach, their approach to the offense, all of that way more than DJ Durkin giving him an opportunity to start this game against Mercer.
I think it has more of an impact than you do. And I think that's where the disagreement is.
Okay. Now, as it pertains to play on the field, that really doesn't matter. Can I give you some numbers on Jeremy Johnson? I'm not anti-Jeremy Johnson either.
Okay.
But we saw Jeremy Johnson three times.
Football Jeremy Johnson?
Yes, football Jeremy Johnson. Thanks for there are some who needed that clarification, so thank you. So Jeremy Johnson. I
share a birthday with former Auburn baseball great Jeremy Johnson.
Oh, that's cool.
You know who else has that birthday?
No.
Herion Johnson.
Wow. So
who else has that birthday?
Rick Moranis.
Close. Michael Phelps.
That is close. You're right. Rick
Who
Moranis
else?
and Michael Phelps are very close. Ferdinand Magellan.
Close. Muhammad Ali. Continue.
Muhammad Ali. You're right. That's close again. You're right. All right. Jeremy Johnson had 3 games in which he attempted 16 or more passes before he took over as Auburn's starter in 2015. Okay. He went a combined 39 for 53 for 636 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
We're not doing this. We're not. I see what you're doing. We're not doing this.
Just telling you.
We're
Whether he goes at, so we're going to put starting a game over 100 practices, workouts, film sessions, position meetings, all of that. We're going to put over. I mean, we're going to put under in terms of value having the ability to start a game. I just don't think so.
The difference is, though, Jeremy Johnson couldn't portal out if he didn't play the first half against Arkansas. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
Do you think it's the same thing?
He could. He would just have to wait. I'm not. But this goes back to our topic Monday. I don't worry about guys leaving or
like that's a take. That is a take I agree with. But I'd prefer Deuce be on the roster than not.
Right. 100% yes. Not anti-Deuce. I'm pro-Deuce. Want him on the roster. But
are there other quarterbacks that you can win with that will enter the portal? Yes.
Sure. Are there other quarterbacks on your roster you can also win with?
Possibly.
Now, we have a very small sample size, but possibly. So I just think with all
this is the take I've said all week.
Yeah.
Ramsey. It's not about him doing good. Let me second figure out what that picture was. It's not about him doing good. It's if he flops, it protects Auburn. I don't know if I would have phrased it that exact way, but I do think there's nothing he can do tomorrow. Stop. You're going to hurt your neck.
Okay.
There's nothing he can do to prove that he's the guy, but I think he can prove that he's not the guy.
I think if he goes 2 for 21, it doesn't prove he's not the guy. See, that's my back end of this take. All right. And the only thing
more about your back end, if you don't mind.
No, I'm not going to talk about my back end. It is one of my strengths, but I'm not going to talk about it. So
wow.
Brandon Cox got extensive action against the Citadel in 2004. That's how far you have to go back to find anything comparable to this. He went 11 for 17 for 165 yards. He had a touchdown. He got sacked twice. The next year, in his first career start against Georgia Tech, he completed 50% of his passes through 4 picks. And he turned into one of Auburn's winningest quarterbacks of all time and most underrated quarterbacks ever. And he didn't have first extensive gameplay that blew anybody away. His first start was a disaster. Didn't mean he was a bad quarterback. One game in an offense
there's so many ways I want to go with this, and I don't want the show to turn into this.
One game against in an offense that we don't even know if he's going to be a part of next year.
But back then though, you had to stick with quarterbacks. You don't have to do that anymore. So then my question is, during that era, if Auburn could have gotten another quarterback to portal in over Brandon Cox, would they have?
No, I mean, he had other games in 05 to do it. Now, and could you have gotten somebody to start the 05 season? Maybe, but I mean, how are you going to know? You're coming off Jason Campbell, 4-year start. It's kind of it's a similar type deal that you've got a young guy who's waited a year. In Brandon's case, he waited more than a year, but who's waited a year, and now it's his turn.
Yeah. 9-time champion super chat. Brent Venables wore a black hoodie in OU's midweek presser. Official petition for Durkin to wear a black hoodie for the Iron Bowl after a Mercer win.
That's outstanding. And I don't know if Venables do we know if Venables did that on purpose or not?
There's no way.
No,
he does not strike me as that kind of guy.
I agree. If he did, that's phenomenal trolling. And that's when you do it. You do it after the fact, not before.
Right.
All right, I have another take here that Plain Truth something is stating. I'm nervous about this game. We don't know how to win. We
A nice
gassed out
road.
against
Is that a
Vandy.
driveway?
Yeah, I think so. It's a pretty driveway.
Is that your driveway?
I'm afraid this was just emotion. I'm not really afraid that the
Hold on,
Vandy
I'll
game
post
was
on the
emotion.
driveway. What did he say? I'm
Okay.
nervous.
Nervous about the game. Don't know how to win. Gassed out against Vandy.
Okay, got it. I'm ready. Okay. What's
I'm
your take to that?
I'm not necessarily nervous Auburn's going to win the game. I don't think people are respecting this opponent the way that they should. I think all the attention's on the Iron Bowl next week and who's going to start at quarterback next season and all of that. And I just don't think that we collectively have earned the right to do that. And so I don't think we're respecting this opponent like the team is.
Yeah, I mean, you and I've had this conversation before. Like, I really don't care how the fan base or us really like talk about an opponent, because I mean, DJ Durkin came out and praised Mercer for the first like 5 minutes of his 10-minute press conference.
Yep.
Like, I think internally, I'm led to believe that they're taking Mercer seriously, and that's all that matters. Like, sorry, the fan base with the Iron Bowl next week, like, we're not talking about Mercer. We're talking about who's our next head coach, who's our quarterback, and the Iron Bowl. Yeah, that's not our job. Our job's not to prep for Mercer.
You're right, and I'm not talking about how much time we spend talking about it. I'm talking about when we are talking about this game, we're just kind of writing off a team that averages 47 points and 340-something passing yards. And what's the one area of Auburn's defense that has been exposed a couple of times this year against teams that focus on passing downfield? It's been that pass defense. So it's a big number. The numbers that are out there for this game are big numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we should break down every matchup. That's not the kind of, I'm not here for that today. And I know you're not, and everybody watching is not here for that kind of thing. But when we do talk about it, I feel like we're just kind of way looking past it.
Yeah, here's a really good question. I think you could really help this guy out. C. Womack 5 says, Brad, do you have any pull for them to shoot the T-shirt cannon towards my section? Please, Brad. Brad's actually over this. Brad is actually over where the T-shirt cannons are pointed. So
don't say that. You're going to get me in
Brad
trouble.
know which direction they should be pointed, and he will make that happen.
No, I get in trouble when I step where I shouldn't step. So I'm gonna try not to. It's not me. I'm not the T-shirt cannon person. There's somebody way more qualified to direct T-shirt cannons than I am. Someday I can reach that level, but I'm not at T-shirt cannon level yet.
Okay.
But I mean, I can ask. I can take it to people up the ladder, and
I mean, we don't even know what section it is yet.
Well, that was my next question. Is to Big C there? Where are you? Because that makes a difference.
See, and they've answered, if they don't shoot it near me, I will take it as a personal offense. You still haven't told us.
Yeah, where are you?
Where to shoot it.
Right. Are you in the stadium or are you in Viger?
This is what some people set Brad Law up to fail, and that bothers me. I'm angry now. You come in here on a Friday morning. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Yeah.
But don't set Brad Law up to fail.
Are you in section 32? Are you in the upper deck? Are you at the top of the Haley Center? Where are you? You know?
Unbelievable.
Are you over in the Hayfields?
There's still no section number.
Yeah.
They don't know.
I got nothing. He's so mad. Righteously indignant. Sad news yesterday. All right. Did you see the sad news yesterday?
This is borderline bannable. This is borderline a bannable offense.
Let me tell you, C's playing us all. He's not really in there. He's not really in the house.
I'm going to put him in timeout. I'm going to put user in timeout.
Yep. Are you really putting him?
No, I'm not. I'm not. If it was a name I didn't recognize, he's in here a lot, so I'm not going to do that. But if it was a name I didn't recognize,
you
put it in, I would have done it.
It's phenomenal. Sad news yesterday. Lou Holtz announced on X. Here's the announcement. Today I delivered my final. Should I do it in the voice?
It's him talking. Absolutely. We'd love to hear it from him. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you're hydrated. What's the side of that say of your beverage?
Cam juice.
That's what I thought it said.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you get that done? Or
They gave those away, or they sold them. They didn't give them away. They sold them.
I bet they sold them. Was it Auburn that sold them?
Yeah.
Did you pay for it
before the Georgia game? Yes.
Did you buy it? What'd you pay? What did that cost you?
I'm not discussing
more or less than 50.
I'm not going to discuss.
More or less than 70.
I'm not going to discuss.
Was it more than $70, Brad?
I'm not discussing it.
Why?
I feel like
it's a reasonable question.
Look, I'm Lane Kiffin on the SEC teleconference. Yeah, I'm not going to discuss.
If somebody knows how much they sell those tumblers for, please say it in the chat.
All right, listen.
If nobody says it, I'm banning C. Womack.
Yeah. Okay. Lou Holtz tweeted yesterday, or somebody.
Were they $80? Lee Carter saying they were $80.
I'm not discussing.
We have multiple $80 here.
Listen.
Okay. Thank you.
He said, the day I delivered my final public speech after decades of coaching and speaking, I've always believed I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth simply because I was born in this great country. That's why my commitment to the American dream has never wavered and never will. We must protect what makes America exceptional. So there you go. Lou Holtz never going to speak again in public.
But you can hear him every Friday, 10 a.m.
Sure.
On the Octopod live dive.
Right. On the live dive. Tiger Boy 026. Someone trying to sell on eBay for 135.
Nice.
Well, if he can get 135, he might have somebody else trying to. No, I wouldn't do that.
You can probably sell yours more now. Like Bradlaw's lips touch this Cami Cam tumbler.
What are you doing?
If somebody's interested in that, DM me. We'll figure it out.
Better you than me. If somebody's interested in that, better DM you than me.
What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, he's right. It's why I stopped doing the Lou Holtz impression for a long time. For a long time. As if that sounded so dumb. It's why I didn't volunteer it for a while. You want an animal fact?
Yeah. At first, though, like we got this isn't an animal fact, but somebody dropped a fact for you pretty quick. Okay. Stuart Donald said, Brad, did you know a peanut is not a nut, it's a pea? Did you know that?
I knew it was a legume.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a legume man.
Oh, I'm Brad. I like legumes.
I like legumes. Nice.
All right.
Shapely legumes.
All right, here we go.
Ready for your animal fact. Did you know that some species of sea slugs, Zach,
why are they always water-based?
Why wouldn't they be at this point? Isn't that kind of the whole point?
I didn't know there was a point.
Some species, that's fair. Some species of sea slugs, particularly in the genus Elysia, can self-decapitate to discard their parasite-infested bodies and then regrow a new body just from the head. Did you know that?
They remove their own head and they grow from the head, like they grow the body out of the head. They don't grow a new head out of the body.
Correct. Parasites get in the body. The body has all the vital organs, including the heart. And there's a little nodule in the spine that will disconnect it from the body. The body, with all the parasites, floats away and decomposes.
So and here's where I show my ignorance. Yeah. I don't think I would have guessed that a sea slug had a spine.
Well, sure, it has a spine.
You're right. Yeah, that makes sense. You're right.
Come on.
It's not just mush. It looks like it's mush.
Yeah. Everybody knows that. All right. Do we have questions, by the way, from those watching?
Yeah, if anybody has questions or something, hit us up.
I'm missing, speaking of language, I am missing my daughter's idiom parade at school for the live dive today.
An idiom parade? Well, why did you skip that? You didn't have to do that.
No, the reason, I mean, I've got this and I've got the luncheon. I got the football luncheon. I couldn't have made it anyway. So.
Oh, I've got the luncheon. I'm Brad Law, and I've got the luncheon in a few minutes. How many yards does Cobb finish the season with?
Ooh.
So he's like 80-something shy of 1,000?
Yeah.
1,080.
I'm going to say like 1,100.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Before the bowl game.
Sam still doesn't have sleeves.
Nope.
Did you hear about Mercer's defense muddying things up at all? I haven't heard that.
No.
That they like to muddy it up.
9-time is Brad's favorite Mercer, Roy D. Are you familiar with Roy D. Mercer, Zach?
I don't understand the super chat at all.
You so you
like,
don't know who Roy D. Mercer
Brad,
is.
I know who Brad is. I know what favorite means.
The rest of it you just don't know.
And I know I know I didn't know there were multiple types of Mercer. And I don't know who Roy D is.
Oh, he's gone. All right.
Okay.
Roy D. Mercer is Roy D. Mercer made a bunch of like prank call CDs 20 years or so ago. And they were really funny. Well, how big an old boy are you? So that's the Roy D. Mercer story.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do y'all think Auburn has a real chance at Brom or Riley? Do they have a real chance at them? Sure. I don't think that's the plan, though, would be my guess.
Yeah, it's whether or not Auburn is interested. Yeah. That's solid wording.
I think both of them would be good, but I don't think that's the direction they'll go.
You know, it's interesting. Lincoln Riley is he's bounced back a little bit this year. He was in some trouble because of that really fancy contract that he got, and he's bounced back some this year.
Yep. We clicked it at the same time.
Well, bad things happen when you click at the same time, so I'll just let you do it.
How did the loss to Houston at this point of the season compare to a similar loss to Duke in 2014? We have pivoted to basketball. This is a basketball. I'm like, we did not play Houston in football this year. This is a basketball question.
Yep.
That is a bear holding a rifle?
Yeah. That's the bear turning the
Shotgun?
tables on the hunter. Yeah.
It could. I don't think we know as much about Houston as we did Duke at that point. I also think there was some elements of Duke and Auburn that had like the best two players in college basketball. So like that was an element of this.
Yeah.
As well. It was also like it was farther into the season. So the context is different, but it could be. It could be. It certainly seems like more people believe in this team because of that close loss, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say that they're identical.
Yeah. I appreciate the question. I don't think they're very close. I don't think they're very similar. I think that team last year had already won the Maui Invitational. It was a true road game at Cameron Indoor that they lost.
That's true.
To Duke. This team still needs a win to prove that it can win close games against quality opponents. And that Iowa State game, like if they had won this game in Birmingham, it would have been, I think, more comparable to the Iowa State game last year, or the game in Houston last year than the loss to Duke.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Taylor took this picture of the bear, or do you think it's Photoshopped?
I think it's AI. Yeah. I feel fairly certain it's AI.
Your boy George, do we think my Jackson Arnold autographed hat is devalued? Dude, I have so many Jackson Arnold autograph cards. I might have to pay people to take them.
What is that? Yeah, I was about to click on that, but I didn't want to click it at the same time.
Speaking of misclicks.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Who wants to tell them?
What does that mean?
Who wants to tell Brad?
What the heck is happening?
Who wants to tell Brad about what a misclick is?
You're going to lose me now because I'm going to be off in the comments. What's going on?
Hunter, who's done a great job helping us.
On a bus?
Yep. We had to he had to face some disciplinary measures for a misclick that may have painted you in a different light.
What?
On Wednesday. It was a heck of a misclick.
Okay.
Brad was all dressed up for the TV broadcast earlier this week. Why not for Village Vice? Good question.
I'm in a dress shirt. What are you talking about, Walt?
How dressed up were you earlier?
The only difference was I had
you did the women's basketball game, right?
I did the women's basketball game Monday, and then I wore and so for that I wore a tie. I wore a suit with no tie for the basketball game Wednesday.
What determines tie versus no tie?
I mean, TV.
Oh, okay.
TV or broadcast.
By March, does Walker or
Mashalik,
you know how to pronounce his name?
Yeah, Mashalik.
Well, here, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Mashalik.
Yeah. Or you could have just gone with me when I said Mashalik, but it's okay.
It became a bit on Wednesday as well.
Oh, okay.
I have the pronunciation guide ready to go.
Well, yet again, I'm left out because I can't be a part of the Barncast. I get left out. I don't know.
I wish you could.
I'm just a caveman. I don't know all of your fancy inside jokes.
I wish you could.
By March, does Walker Mashalik get? Walker gets more minutes Monday against Oregon. He's not going 5 for 5 every game, y'all, but no, he'll be in the rotation Monday.
Yeah, I don't fully understand why Mashalik is playing as much as he is. If I'm being real with you.
Really? He's not. Yeah. He's adding value to the team during his minutes on the floor.
You think how many minutes a game do you think he plays when SEC play rolls around?
6.
You think? You think it's that high?
Yeah, 4 to 6.
Okay. I'm excited to see what Steven does with the rotation.
Me too.
When the season really gets going. Is he going to be? Because we've seen his dad do both. We've seen his dad play a ton of people, and we've seen him play, shrink it down when he needed to. I'm curious to see what he does.
I've been really impressed with Steven so far. I know that shocks nobody because I'm the relentless sunshine pumper, but I would be dishonest if I said I wasn't taking a little bit of a wait and see approach just because I wanted to watch him coach for 3 or 4 games. But boy, I'll tell you, the way he got after Mech Wednesday night, I mean, if you were there in the arena, everybody heard him stomp onto the floor and just undress Okporum on the floor verbally. And then after the timeout, he goes out and blocks a shot, gets a dunk, gets a steal, and then he's praising him and coaching him and all in the very next timeout.
Yeah.
He's really good to watch. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
Should we do that right there?
Yeah, somebody asked to give our predictions. Oh, it's him. Just higher up. Same guy.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, we got it. We got it. We'll talk about the coaches.
Sorry.
So this is our prediction, not what we think is best. I want to be very clear.
Yeah.
I think John Sumrall is most likely. And then I think there's a few other options that I think the actual smoke or the fire is there with the smoke. I think Eli Drinkwitz is up there.
Mm-hmm.
And my understanding is there's a third candidate before it's DJ. That is my understanding of how conversations have gone, and I've heard different things on who that third person is.
I don't think Eli's in the mix at all. Okay. I think it was interesting this week that a report came out for about 6 minutes that Summerall was going to go interview with Florida, and then it was retracted. I think that's important.
Oh, like as far as him going to Florida?
Summerall, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you think it's important as far as him trending to Florida?
No, I think it's important to note that a report went out and then was very quickly retracted.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Like, what does that imply?
I think Summerall, it would shock me if there's another leader in the clubhouse right now. And when someone has that big of a lead in the clubhouse, he has leverage. And
I
so
gotcha.
his agent begins to say, "Oh no, he's going to go look somewhere. Hey, he's not guaranteed to go one place. He's going somewhere else." And then you go, "Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. We need to retract that report." So I would go Summerall, Durkin, and then I don't know where I would go after those two.
I don't think Durkin is really being considered.
Okay.
Not saying that's right or wrong.
What makes you think that?
I can't really answer that question
Okay.
in this format.
Okay. All right.
But my understanding is he and Cohen have spoken a lot, and they're in alignment on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Including like potential like staff members that aren't head coaches.
Okay.
That is my understanding of
Yeah.
it. Could be wrong.
Yeah. 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 All right. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff.
I think we missed a super chat up here.
I don't think you take Lane Kiffin's name totally out of the mix.
I mean, you've got to call him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that in 1 second.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to call him. I mean, I hope you already have.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it makes more sense for him to go to Florida or LSU than it does here.
Why?
I think. Do you ask me why?
Yeah.
I don't have a great answer for that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Outside of speculation, as far as like he could have come here and didn't. And I don't think John Cohen loved the way that Lane Kiffin didn't when everything was pretty much done.
Okay.
And I don't think John Cohen's the kind of guy to like go back after being burned.
Okay. That's fair, and that's reasonable.
There's a lot of speculation in that. That is my just trying to read between the lines. That's not any sort of reporting or anything.
Yeah. No, I get you. And that's the spirit of this entire conversation. This isn't, Brad reports that this and that or the other, or Zach reports this. This is just a conversation. That's all. I'm not going to the Auburn-Opelika game tonight for Walt, who super chatted that.
Man,
earlier.
The high level of high school football in East Alabama tonight, though. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Auburn High, Opelika, and then Central's hosting Thompson, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The environments in both of those stadiums are going to be so fun tonight. Like, it doesn't get bigger than that. That's super, super cool.
And my Piedmont Bulldogs are in action too. I think they're playing.
I heard
Gordo.
They had a statue of you. Is that true?
No, that's not true. But they got Gordo tonight, so go Dogs.
All right.
Yeah. What other questions do you guys have? It's a good conversation. This has flown by. My goodness.
Yeah, we've already gone over our time.
How in the world?
All right. I think we're done.
Okay. Gordo is tough. Yeah, they are.
What are you going to eat at the luncheon?
They have a local restaurant that caters the food. Usually have like chicken thighs and mac and cheese and good stuff.
Okay.
9 time. Brad looks like the typical guest after each break on CNBC.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't know the spirit in which he meant it.
Yeah, that can mean a lot of different things, actually.
It sure can. Well, thank you. 9 time. I love this now. Brad looks like he could balance my checkbook.
I get that.
Sure. Look at that family picture, too. What a nice family picture.
That looks like such a nice family.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about this? I bet I'd like to balance that checkbook. I don't know what it meant.
That's it, Brad. That does it for today's show. We're done.